Hi everyone, I'm Scott with Velocity, and welcome to another episode of the Scott and Jaime Show.
I'm also Jamie with Velocity.
And this week we're going to try a little experiment. We're often encouraging our clients to experiment with their lives, and we're going to do the same thing right now, Jamie. So what are we up to?
So what I thought we'd talk about this week is I always like to look at what's going on in the news and try to take a little bit different perspective about it. So of course what's happening on the East Coast this week is all about Hurricane Sandy.
The devastating hurricane that produced incredible damage in my home state of New Jersey and also New York and other areas. Snowstorms in West Virginia. It was incredible, something I've never experienced, and according to my family, no one's ever seen anything like it.
Yeah. One thing that I took away from the hurricane is I felt so much empathy for the people, including my friends in New York City, who have been without power and without cell phone service for a really long time. But as the story sort of unfolded this week, what was so beautiful to me is how much we work together as a community when something like this happens. And I wish we would see it more in our everyday lives, but it's so apparent that as humans, we're all connected, and it shows, you know, the number of pictures I saw on Facebook of people putting out power strips so multiple people could charge their phones, or offering up their homes for a shower, or, you know, come sleep on the couch until you get your power back. So really, I think the empathy and the community that we always talk about as being part of success was so heartening to see in the midst of the tragedy.
And I think one of the things I talked about in my blog this week is, and I didn't explicitly state this, was how I felt like my buttons were being pushed a bit when it came to people obsessing with watching the footage.
Yeah.
Somehow that bothered me, and I think it bothered me because it affected my home state, and it was like someone watching a funeral from outside.
But I also feel like the amount of catastrophizing that happens in the news. I don't have television, I don't watch the news, and I think part of the reason that I'm very comfortable not doing that is because there's so much negativity pouring into people, where I really got to see, even though it was a very negative experience for so many of my friends and your family, you got to see the humanity of it, and the positive aspects of it and how we're coming together. But the news doesn't show so much of that. And
there's a lot of research to suggest that watching too much of a tragedy is actually bad for your health. And I think that's what I was touching on in the blog. And also, I think there was a bit of, when I saw the governor of New Jersey bickering with the mayor of Atlantic City, and I thought, God, I'm just so tired of that. But what I realized is I'm not just tired of the governor of New Jersey having conflict, but also in general, it's election time. Those absolutely absurd commercials that are on TV, they do wear on you after a while. And we just have to keep that in perspective during this election season.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Good stuff, Scott.
Yeah, so that's our take on Hurricane Sandy. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, on November 15th, we have a community workshop in Washington, D.C. called The Gratitude Attitude. Come and find out how learning methods of increasing how grateful you are and practicing it will actually improve your confidence. It should be a great show. It'll be a lot of fun, and we hope to see you there. So bye for now.
Bye.